So if I give you the slope and a set of ordered pairs, you should be able to find a missing value. So in this case, we have -2, 6, and unknown r, -4. So our change in y's is -10, and we don't know our change in x's. So if you think of it in terms of subtracting, you would have 6, it's not how I would normally write it, -4 minus 6 over r minus -2, which is the same thing as -10 over r plus 2. If that's our ratio, and we know that our slope is -5, this must equal -5. So you need to do something to make this ratio come out to -5. There are a few ways that you could work this out. You could guess and check. I could look at this and know what r is, or we could do a bit of math, which I will show you in case you want to use it in the future. So again, you could put this over 1, and whenever you have two fractions, you multiply. And so this would give us -10 equals -5 times r plus 2. -10 would equal, if you distributed, -5r minus 10. You could have chosen to divide instead of distributing. That's also an option. Add the 10 over. And you get 0 equals -5r. Divide by -5. And r must equal 0. So for example, 8, r equals 0. And again, you may have noticed that earlier and just looked at the problem and went, -10 divided by 2 is -5. So if r is 0, it works out. You don't need to always do all the math when the answer is that obvious. So number 9 is the same type of thing. Again, there's not enough information to just use a table. So I would subtract to make the ratio work out. So we have 3 minus r over 6 minus 4. And if that's our ratio, it's the same thing as 3 minus r over 2. And we know our slope, so we need this ratio to equal 1/2. And again, this is one where you could probably look at it and figure out what r equals. If 3 minus r over 2 needs to equal 1 over 2, then r should be 2. But if you wanted to do the math for this, you would again cross multiply. 2 times 3 minus r equals 2 times 1. You could choose to distribute or divide. I like distributing. So 6 minus 2r equals 2. Subtract the 6. 6 minus r equals -4. And finally, divide by -2. And you still get r equals 2.